about that guy, calls himself JamessMK. Oh yeah, that motherfucker smokes 2 packs a day. I heard he's got his own show now. Oh yeah? Yeah, it's growing real fast. And now everybody's gonna be down using only one hand. I heard he outdrinks the guests on his show. Well, by now, I'm sure that everybody knows. And I ain't talking no bullshit. You hear about that guy, calls himself JamessMK, and that DarKNaTaS, he know how to play.
Alright, everybody. What am I getting? Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, God.
Damn it. We had a little malfunction there.
Goddamn Twitch.
Basically, Twitch was fucking me there for a little bit. I thought the Illuminati was at work, but apparently we're okay now. Alright, for starters, tonight's guest, the Beast, is a couple of people in the chat's already said it. Yeah, my hair's fucking all over the place today. What can I say? You know what? Fucking, I don't look pretty today. This is called just fucking getting out of bed, fucking taking a nap.
Don't worry, I don't look pretty either. That's why my fucking video's not on.
Yeah, well. Before I get into everything, I have one Beast that's not with us tonight that will be at final round, and I'll give you guys a shot of him and the Florida crew that'll be representing OBS down at final round coming up this month, and that is these guys here. King Ray Jr. will be representing OBS in Tekken Tag 2, and the rest of these guys over to the left, his father and Trey Pound, Gross, Isaiah, Big D. Well, I don't know. Big D's not gonna make it. But
no, there goes his picture.
No, I'm saying Big D's not gonna make it to final round. I don't think. And Guido are gonna be representing OBS down in Atlanta at the end of this month. And the little man that you're seeing there is going to be getting top 8 in Tekken Tag.
Isn't he supposed to be facing Jabali soon?
He's going to face Jeb Bailey at CEO, and if he wins the next tournament Jeb Bailey has, he has to name it the King Ray Jr. Tournament.
Oh, that would be mainstreamed also, guys.
Yes. Also, let me go back to myself. Other things that are going on. Now, what can I say?
You want to get into all that big stuff? You want me to do a little breakdown stuff here first?
First, I want to discuss. Last week, when we had Carlos OBS Rattlehead, who's in the chat, on the show, he was the blind player who mained Cyrax. It kind of opened up some doors, and other blind players throughout the world have reached out to myself and to Carlos as well. And they are hopefully going to have what I want to call the first visually impaired versus visually impaired match. And I'm hoping to get footage of that. And basically, it's a good way to show and display that being visually impaired does not stop you from. What do you mean? Shut the fuck up for a minute. What do you want, Limbo Dog? It's basically a way of displaying to see that people that are visually impaired can still play the game and play the game at a high level. On top of that, my wife, what? What do you want? What do you want about my wife? You haven't seen her in a while, huh? Like Carlos had said on the last episode, he finds Mortal Kombat to be one of the few games that actually cater to people with any visual impairments, and he finds it actually, compared to other fighting games, the best game as far as the sound goes, to help them be able to detect where the other players are and what they're doing. So shout outs to Ben Breen and Carlos. I can't wait to get that match up. Also, I am in the process of sending Carlos to Evo this year. I might not attend, but he will be there to represent me there, as will many other players. But he's kind of it's a good way for him to experience offline at his best. And with that said, I want to give a shout out to Combat Houston, Cat, Showtime, and guys. They're going to give him offline experience, which is going to hopefully help him level up, especially that these guys are pretty damn high level players themselves. So definitely shout outs to Combat Houston as well. In other news, should I hit up on it?
Well, you want me to run down a few things before you go through things?
Run down what you gotta, and then I'll hit up on it bits and pieces. I'm not gonna go totally into it.
Okay. All right, guys. As usual, shouts out to everybody out there, everybody tuning in tonight. I got no cam on, so I don't give a shit about you guys. I don't feel like putting it on still. Sometime in the future, I'll probably put it back on again. First and foremost, shouts out to Mortal Kombat United, guys. A lot of things going on the site over there. If you're not logged in, don't have an account, you need to go check it out. We got exclusive shit going on. Limbo, though, you shut the fuck up. You guys definitely need to tune in. I can't even get the details of what the hell is gonna be happening soon, but something's gonna be happening pretty cool on the site. So guys might want to check it out. It involves money, so always check out good shit. Next, shouts out to, I usually go down the list, and I don't know if you guys noticed for the past few weeks, I've actually skipped a name on this list when you look down on the supporters in the bottom. There's a reason why I skipped this name on this list now, in which they're going to be getting removed because they have boycotted us. So, for guys you don't know, Touch Your Might has boycotted us. They no longer support our show. They no longer do shit for our show. I self-employ whatever I do on the show on the site, but other than that, they don't do goddamn nothing for us. So, yeah, there's we'll get more into that later on. Next down the list, also smack.com, mkbible.org. I don't know where the hell they at. They've been kind of MIA lately. Gamer's Edge, DV Mugen, MK Server, Video X Games, Mortal Kombat Online, TRMK, Ultra Spec Cables, Combat Network. Guys, remember, check out Combat Network. They got a tournament coming up, and when Injustice comes out, like a week after or something like that, some shit like that, James? Yeah, something like that. We'll get the flyer up for you guys to check it out. It's going to be out in, Yesterday's out in New Jersey at Red Bank. Where did I leave off? MKMP forums, Mugen forums. Mortal Kombat Universe, Empire Arcadia, Total Mortal Kombat, Pro Piece of Gaming, Emperor's Realm, and putthatback.org. Also, shouts out to Trip Sessions. No, Salavi, I don't feel like really doing that right now. But like I said, the other Illuminati spoke, and this Illuminati doesn't give a shit about it no more. So we do what we feel like, and I don't give a damn anymore about them. I was the reason why shit didn't get blown up in the first place, and I really told James he could do whatever the fuck he feels like now. So, guys, be prepared for that one of these days. As for everything else, I'll touch on a few Injustice news, guys. A lot of stuff is coming out. I don't know if today, guys, a few interviews came out with Hector Sanchez, like 3 different interviews popped up. Check it out. MKU's got posted so far right now. The Finish Him interview. We got the interview from Zoomin TV. There's another interview that just came out. We haven't had a chance to put an article up yet, so hopefully someone will. It's by, I can't remember the name. I just saw it maybe barely an hour ago. Guys, if you saw today, the Black Adam photos, Black Adam is officially confirmed in the game. Also, in the interview with, I believe it was with Zoomin TV, you can actually see gameplay footage of Black Adam in the background, which not everybody caught that, but there is gameplay footage of him in the background. So he's your next character that's coming out, guys. What else is currently going on? I don't think I got a chance to touch in on Raven and Doomsday being announced last week, but definitely shouts out to those characters. Doomsday is pretty damn badass with his super. We got the next Injustice comic just came out today. I actually didn't get a chance to read episode 10. I hope it's good. Usually I try to read it before the show starts. I just didn't have time, just doing too many things. And guys, I know we got the preview about the show out late. It happens sometimes. Me and James both work. I've been very, very busy. Yesterday I did like a 13-hour shift. So I really did not have any time to get anything up, and we were still in limbo what we wanted to do for today's show. So we, it's show process, man. After doing this 38 weeks in a row, it gets, sometimes you sit there and you're like stuck on shit and trying to get things accomplished and everything. So definitely, it's things that happen, and I see the chat going crazy about what I just said earlier on. Guys, I don't know if you guys have been oblivious to that, but you got to look at the fine points, and you had that scene shit going on, me failing to mention things not being seen on the other sites and shit like that, guys got to pay attention more to details, what I'm saying? Details. With that, we got the Battle Arena coming up this, I believe, what are they doing next week? I think is the next round finally.
I think it's next week.
Yeah, I don't think they did it. They didn't do it this week, so next week they should be doing it. So I definitely look forward to the next round of matchups. The previous ones was pretty damn good, I have to admit. Also the hidden glitch video that I found out about. You guys probably seen it on the various websites. I was told it was previously found before. But apparently, from what I found out, it was in the 1.05 patch. You couldn't do it anymore. So the new method I found out about, you can do. So I don't know if guys, if you've seen the glitch video, if you haven't, check it out. There might be some more shit to it. There might be something we might be able to do or figure out. But it does involve the what the hell is the character's name? The no DLC content character. So. Yeah, it's old, but like I said, the old stuff doesn't work anymore. They patched out the old shit, so the new way of doing it actually does work. So, what more can we find? I did hear rumor where if you use the glitch, you'll be able to pick the same character in tag mode. I have not been able to get it to work, but it's rumored supposedly that glitch will like, for example, you pick Scorpion, you could pick a second Scorpion in tag mode by supposedly using the glitch in some kind of way. How exactly, I'm not sure, but this is what people are talking about and trying to figure out because it's rumored that that's the case. I'll post a link to the video in case you guys haven't seen that, but that's the glitched out video with the DLC character thingy that happens there and shit like that. So, other than that, I will give it back to James.
All right. Unlike Natus, I'm not shy to tell Test Jamite to suck my dick. I didn't know when you wanted to do that. Yeah,
so
I'm going to do it right now.
Go ahead.
The simple matter is, I've caught wind that for some odd reason that I should have some sense of allegiance to a bunch of guys that basically spit in my face from day one. They say, well, they don't want to support any one specific show, yada, yada, yada. But lo and behold, all of a sudden, John Tobias comes on the show and, they support us. Or I have a good guest, all of a sudden they support us. So they can put this one on for next week. I should have Hosan Pack, the original Liu Kang, coming on either next week or the following week. So he'll be on to answer questions either of next week or the following week. The simple matter is I've bit my tongue. The Illuminati mentality is just out of hand. I understand that they're trying to protect their interests, but I personally caught a thread this morning, and maybe about 10 other people did, and it was pretty fucked up. It listed various people that, whether they tested the game or not, should they be allowed to enter in tournaments. They gave a list of the people. I think the guy's name was Leak of the Hut or some shit like that. But I really don't want to hit on it, because what it does is it reflects the Mortal Kombat community that makes us look like assholes. A bunch of guys that went, and whether they did or they didn't test, I don't know. It's none of my business. But let's just say they were that uncle you don't want to bring to fucking dinner because he's a disgusting slob that's going to burp and fart while he's at the table. Speaking of Leak of the Hut, he's in the room. I don't want to do anything that will hurt the community, so I have to bite my tongue on this. You know what, Toro? Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit nice, and the fact that the rumors that are out there are rumors. I can't specifically address anything for the simple fact that I am not in the know. But, what's that saying? Let he cast the first stone who was not sinned, for all you Bible-thumping people out there.
Yeah, something like that.
Something to that effect. So, I don't want to cast any stones on anybody about that. And like I said, again, it makes our community look like assholes. So with that said, what else did I need to hit on?
So you weren't biting your tongue no more?
I'm not. It's like breaking. It's almost like when you're breaking up with that girl and you really feel bad.
Yo, I told you. I set you free, bro. I set you free.
All right.
I'm not holding you back.
Okay.
No more.
Test your might. You can ban me. You can suck my dick. I'm never returning to your site again. You've never advertised for me. As far as Storms goes, you're not a leader of this community. You're a detriment to this community. There's the mentality that for some reason, because you run a piddly-ass website, you're actually somebody of authority. And Zach, I like you. You've been a nice guy to me. But the fact that you guys partake in shady-ass bullshit tactics, deleting people's threads at your choice, and then you got people like THTB and Tim fucking Static running around moderating, and basically throwing things out there like, well, if it was your house, you couldn't do what you want, But it's not a house. It's a fucking website. It's a website where it's supposed to be about community. So therefore, it's not your house; it's a communal house. And let people say what the fuck they want, as long as they're not threatening to hurt somebody. Let them talk shit. You scared away all the top players. They don't even want to come to your fucking site no more. You know, so, I mean, what it comes down to is I will not support Test Your Might no longer. I won't obviously go to the site no longer. The ban is probably already issued. I don't give a fuck. You know what? I'm not going to make an NRS community. NRS has their own community. But, you know, there's people that they keep around that I don't even know why they're around. If you want,
Brady wants to come on.
if you're on, I'll add you on. Let me see if I got him on here. He always deletes me. You gotta add me back if you want me on.
Do I see him on? I see him offline.
Yeah?
Yeah, I see him offline. I still have him on.
Alright, well.
It might be that random glitch like I told you about, where it keeps taking you off my contacts for some reason. That could be happening to him.
What's up, Rare Candy? New York Gate 7. Let me run down some things. Miss Crystal Cage. Like I said, I'm not supporting Test Your Might no more.
Yeah, guys, I mean, I put an article up on there just to let you, because the community deserves to know what's going on. But if they stop me from doing so, like I said, I've got other avenues where I go to, and Mortal Kombat United is the site that this show is exclusively on anyway. So anything you see me post about it is going directly there. So if you guys want the latest info, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Facebook, go to MK United. That's where pretty much that's where our home is at.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, from episode 1, the controversy, you know, I've heard chit chat about this one and this one and this one. I'm not into any of the websites pissing matches, but the fact of the matter is MKU embraced us from day one, and my loyalty is to them. Where Test Your Might basically spit in my face numerous occasions until they finally decided that, well, maybe the show is not as bad as we thought
James,
it was.
I added a bill.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm hosting the call anyway. Why am I hosting the call? We'll switch that in a minute. Actually, you know what?
I'll call the group. Call the group. There you go.
Yeah, that's why I hung up.
Bill deleted your post, Paco? Unbelievable.
What?
I said Bill deleted his post.
What's going on, Jimmy?
What's going on, man? So today...
Yeah, I want to answer this here, man. First of all,
Wait, hold on. James, did you fix the volume? Because usually the volume...
Oh, yeah, the volume drops. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, you're better.
Yeah, they said I was low. Okay, now.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, man.
Hey, so listen, man. You know, I want to speak real quick, about what you were saying about Test Your Might, how the top players want to come back. And I know a lot of them talk to me all the time, and with everything going on, especially with, assholes like Crimson Shadow attacking me left and right yesterday because some rumor that I might have actually seen a picture of the game one day fucking came out. So this motherfucker wants to attack me nonstop because he's a piece of shit. Let me just say that, the reason why the top players don't want to go back to Test Your Might is not because of how the site is run or whatever. It's because these top players, they tell me all the time, they say, I'm done, I'm not going to travel anymore. And I'm not going to name who these guys are, But, I mean, a lot of these guys look at me like they're like one of the leaders of the community. So they say someone's got to say something about it, and they don't know when or the right time to say it. So I figured this would be the right time, seeing as they ask me constantly to come on here and talk about this. They're tired of supporting. Look, we have supported a lot of the top players have supported MK9 since the day the game came out. And people love Mortal Kombat, they love the game, we love to travel, we love to compete, and God knows I especially, I know the hard work it takes that these guys over there at NetherRealm that they fucking put in. They don't go home to see their families, their wives, their kids to get these games out there, and these players travel to support their games. And then we have a site so we get a competitive gaming site finally organized where the community's supposed to be on the same page. What happens is you got top players who have to travel around for 2 years, constantly placing top, and then now you have a community who they tell me, this is a quote exactly from top players. Why? And I said, why don't you guys go back and test your might anymore? And a lot of us basically came together and we said, because that site does not recognize consistency. You can travel for every tournament ever held. Have a baby and miss one tournament, and then whoever decides to finally place top 8 for the first time in their life, now this community says, wow, this guy finally broke through. I mean, somebody's got to go, man. I mean, who's going to get replaced? And the top players are absolutely fucking tired of a website that'll have pieces of shit like Crimson Shadow be a fucking moderator where they can attack people because it was a thread, I guess, whatever, saying Adam Urbano was saying, oh, tournament players tested the game. He wants to come on there and start harassing players that were named to give up their NDA and talk. That site wants to allow that. Absolutely fucking not. And the biggest problem of all is you shit on your top players. You don't shit on your top players who help make your fucking site, who support your fucking site. The reason why that site, was gone to over a site like Mortal Kombat United originally was because of the players that supported it. And then what do? You want to shit on them for a bunch of fucking first-timers who finally know what it's like to be out of the kiddie section of pools? That's what you want to do? Absolutely fucking not. None of these top players want to go back there and have to fucking deal with, getting shit on because you got all these people that are finally, look, after Winter Blow happened, I must have got a phone call from God knows how many players who have been supporting this game from day one. And they all tell me, look, man, someone's got to do something about this. We don't want to have to see threads about people saying, wow, the 2013, which, by the way, 2013 is not even a quarter of the way in. These 2013 pros, what a joke that is, these 2013 pros, they're better than the 2012 or 2011 pros. Shut the fuck up. That's because your ass finally made it into 8th place or 7th place or 5th place for the first time ever. Doesn't mean you got to replace people that have been doing this from day one. And you got a lot of guys. I mean, have you not noticed that a lot of top tournament players are no longer traveling for this game? Which is why all this new blood is finally doing something. And that's a big reason also. Not to take credit away. Let me tell you first, I love guys like Chaotic. I think he's a top player either way. Glad to see Revolver finally break through. And Ron Cowboy's obviously always been a good player. But, I mean, these guys in their heart, obviously, don't tell me someone like Ron Cowboy is going to say, CD Jr., I guess he hasn't placed top 8 at the last major, so, I should be over him, or something like that. Because obviously, these guys realize that consistency matters. But you have a website who will constantly shit on its top players, which is why they're not traveling anymore. When was the last time that you saw a lot of these MLG pros travel? Look what happened with MLG. The Terrys were traveling, DGA, like 16-bit on Disney were traveling. All the
MLG Dallas had, 128 people, and I would say 30 of them were top players. That was the last time I saw a big turnout for top players.
Yeah. And look, Jimmy, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really here to shit on Test Your Might because as much as I have my beef with both sides, Test Your Might does this. My problem with MKU is if you go back to MKU, as much as I love those guys, MKU doesn't reward tournament players, or at least it didn't used to. And you're going to go to MKU unless things have changed, and you can play in a million offline tournaments, and you're going to have to hear how some guy named Disturbed online would beat you, and you have to travel to his house to play him. This is how it used to be. If things have, I don't know how it is. I want to be honest with you. I'm not going to judge MKU on the past. GoChap, I went to that site today, actually, and I was actually impressed. The site is well put together now. So I'm not opposed to that. But I'm just saying the only issue I have with Test Your Might is not so much the site itself or who they do and don't support. But, like you guys were saying, you got to support the people who made you what you are. Look, Test Your Might gave us the place to go, as did MKU, and we appreciate them for that. And they work hard to keep those places running. but your top tournament players who are always going to be there. Dude, you have a staff member. You have a staff member named Crimson Shadow who's too stupid to know that you don't start going on a witch hunt for who are these tournament players. I demand they give up their NDA and make it easier on you. Like, what is this, fucking China? It is easier to confess your crime? What are we, fool? What the fuck is going on here, man? Seriously. And they allow their own mods. A mod. You know what, test your mind. If you ever want to make yourself look good, I demand that this fucking guy gets banned for at least a week, and I never want to see his name be a mod again. You ban people like Rio for some troll saying, hey, dog, I think this name is Rio. He should be banned. So let's ban arguably the best MK9 player out there. Let's ban him, who's been a lifetime member of this site, because somebody said, I think he's somebody else. But then you can allow some mod to come on there and go on a witch hunt for, wow, who are these players that were mentioned by League of the Hut and were mentioned by, Adam Urbano? Who are these guys? But you want to let him go around and demand people give up their NDA, and he's a staff, and he represents all of you people. And Crimson Shadow, you can say whatever you want. You're an asshole, and you can shut the fuck up even though you're not even talking. All right? I don't give a fuck. And that's all I really got to say, Jimmy. I mean, basically, test your might. They don't protect their top players. They don't protect their top players. That's a big problem. I mean, a lot of top players, they want to come back to MK. They want to start traveling again. But they always tell me why. You know why people are not going back there? They're not going back there because they're tired of hearing about it. They're tired of, going to a tournament, every other month, and then the one time they don't show up because of work, whatever it may be, somebody comes out of nowhere, places top 8. It's a community that can't give props to people. They don't put things in perspective like upsets and people finally breaking through. Test Your Might has never been a place, it's not a place anymore where, congratulations, you finally broke through, but you had a long way to go if you want to, be known like these other top tournament players. It's, congratulations, young man, this is your first time breaking through. You've now replaced Crazy Dominican as one of the top players. What the fuck, are you stupid? And that is what goes on there. And I'm sorry to blow up on Test Your Might, but as long as you guys have known about this, I've talked to everyone on that staff about this. You guys want to appoint random moderators to go around and shit on your top players, and this is what you fucking get. You get those fucks out of there. Period. Otherwise, this is what happens. So there you go.
Oh, I mean, like I said, it's for me personally, when somebody had told me that for some odd reason I should have some sense of loyalty to them or almost a thanks for the show getting to the point that it's gotten to.
Yeah, that really kind of got me pissed.
As if they ever supported me. In fact...
the comment was, we helped your show. We helped start out your show. Bullshit. The fuck out of here.
That
was all MKU. MKU is the one that supported us from day one.
So, I mean, for me, that's one of my issues. Let's see what I just got here.
Yo, shouts out to Mr. I Got Bass.
Okay. Mr. I Got Bass, you know what? He helped launch this show. The drama that was entailed with it in the beginning, with the Phil and Bass, Sands, and Shock, that helped launch the show. It wasn't intended to start a war. It was intended to try and clear up shit from the past. Was it a success? No, but I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not here. I tried, and that's all I can do. But the fact that,
Jimmy, look, Jimmy, real quick, man, I have stayed off of Test Your Might. I have not been on Twitter. I have not been on Facebook. I have not been talking or texting to anyone, I'm sitting here minding my own business. And I got to go and Test Your Might yesterday because people are witch hunting and putting my name in all kind of fucking crazy rumors and demanding that I give it up and talk. But there's nothing to talk about. I come in there and say, look, man, I don't know what these rumors are, but I am in no way, shape, or form involved with anything about anything. You know, I don't know what you guys are talking about. And I got to be harassed to give it up and blah, 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 you know, and it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? That thread stayed open, and it stayed open, and it stayed open, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody. I must have called every staff member, and none of them would pick up the phone. And I finally...
And you know what's funny? That the same kind of thread popped up at MKU. Wait.
Huh?
The same thread popped up at MKU, and it was gone in 5 minutes. Why? I took care of that.
But you know what? Tim Static did take care of it. I mean, I don't want to throw him under the bus there. Tim Static, I called Tim Static. I got a hold of him, and he took care of it. And I took care of it also this morning also. You know, so Tim Static, I mean, a lot of these guys on Test Your Mind, I understand they all get grouped in together, but it's kind of like they all say the same thing, like, bro, what can I do? I have no power in certain situations. And, you know, I don't want to see the community divided. I'm going to be dead honest with you here. I don't want another divide. I don't want another site war. I don't want none of that bullshit.
No, it's not. Look. It's not a site war. You know, if anything, it's me telling them what I feel. This is my Dr. Phil moment for myself. You know, and when I hear this stuff that I've heard, it just it makes me sick. Look, I understand people want to be the exclusives to get top privy information and all that other shit. But now you have to look at it in a certain way. When NRS is developing a game, all right, first of all, my biggest beef is this. Hey, Injustice, I'm cool with it. I like it. MKU, Test Your Might, both you need to understand something. Your Mortal Kombat sites. You know, I don't turn around and go to Mortal Kombat United or Test Your Might to see gameplay and cheats for the game Knock or Arch Rivals or fucking what other fucking or the Grid. I'm there for Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat only. If I want to go to a Injustice site, I will go to, you know,
GameFAQs.
Injustice Your Might.
GameFAQs.
Whatever it is. But the point is they're so quick. They all and MKU's a little bit guilty of this too. Everybody's so quick to get the privy information for NRS, but do you really? I mean, I don't know. For me personally, and I guess, you know, working in the development side, do you really want everything before the game comes out? Like, what's the, you know, it's like going to the movie and having, after watching the movie at your house before you went there, download the bootleg version and say, oh, well, now I can go out and watch the movie. You know,
well, I mean, honestly, you know, I don't really want to talk too much about Injustice because, you know, God knows the next rumor that'll pop up, you know, Tom Brady has Injustice on his cell phone. You know, he's got the new cell phone version of the game. You know, so I prefer to stay out of all.
Oh shit, cell phone version.
Yeah, cell phone version. You heard it from Tom Brady. See, you know how that's going to go. So I actually don't want to be involved in. You know, let's keep that off of this show. Injustice talk.
No, that's fine.
I just wanted to come on here, not to talk about anything about, you know, the game or anything like that, or Mortal Kombat game or whatever. I just wanted to say that, you know, I'm not really against Test Your Might, but when I heard you say that why don't you think people want to come back to their site? I mean, honestly, they have really shunned the players that made it. Just like you said, you know, we want to support the Test Your Might, and now whatever they did, they don't want to support you. It's a lot like how the top players also have always supported Test Your Might, because here's how it used to be. The reason why everybody went over to Test Your Might is because Mortal Kombat United used to be all about online play, and tournaments don't matter, and you can sit at home and play online and be just as good as whatever. And they didn't really, you know, reward somebody for spending $500 to go to a tournament and placing well. It was, well, you know what, why don't you beat these 200 people and then go online and have this one guy beat you, and that's how we'll settle it, which is ludicrous. And that's how Mortal Kombat United used to be. You know, that's absolutely ridiculous. So that's why everybody went to Test Your Might. But of course, you know, again, I don't know how MKU is right now. But again, just like if Test Your Might could come on here right now and say, oh, you know what, you know, we were retarded for allowing this nonsense to go on. Just like, you know, I wouldn't take that at their word. MKU are also skeptical that this stuff is not going to happen. I don't know if that site is truly committed to shutting that kind of talk down. Just like I don't know that Test Your Might is truly committed. I do think MKU probably deserves another chance. I mean, they work hard over there, and it's ridiculous to judge somebody or a site based on the way things were several years ago. So I'm all for that. But I'm just saying, test your might. You have really pissed off a lot of your top tournament players. And I don't know if you know it, but if I were Storms right now, I would start making it right immediately. And if I were that staff over there, I talked to Tim Static about it, and he understands, and he says, he wants to do something about it. So Tim is definitely on the side of wanting to fix it. But a lot of those guys over there, they don't even, they just say, yeah, let these guys shit on all our top players. Let the staff that we have lingering around like Crimson Shadow shit on our top players, and let them go fuck themselves. That's what I do over at Test Your Might. That's why a lot of the top players aren't traveling anymore. And none of them are ever going to come back to that site unless they fix it. I mean, that's a fact. So.
Like I said, what's up, Cheech, too?
By the way, I just want to clear the air, Jimmy, because I'm tired of hearing about it. I absolutely, in no way, shape, or form, was involved in anything in that game. All right? I have only played it once at E3 when I was working for MLG. I happened to stop by the booth, because they had, like, I played Dead or Alive, they had all the games there, so at E3 I went around to play every game, and that is the only time I've ever even seen that fucking game within 10 feet of me. And that is an honest fact, all right? So if anyone out there starts putting out these rumors and throwing out all these players' names and yada, 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 whoever this League of the Hunt guy is, he's probably wrong, too. I mean, I don't really know who did anything. I know I personally wasn't involved. I was a little busy. I had a lot of family stuff going on at home, so I wasn't able to be involved. I was just extremely busy with my own thing. I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing myself on threads and yada, yada, yada. So I wanted to dispel that rumor. I absolutely had no involvement whatsoever in anything.
All right, I'm going to confess, guys.
And that is a fact, man.
I'm going to confess, I was the only one that tested the game. That's it, just me. I tested the game, so whatever happens at the end of this game, it's because of me. So, it's kind of irrelevant who tested the game, is what my whole point is.
I'll be honest, I don't really know. I don't really know who tested it, and I don't really care. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really care. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. Look, you heard Hector today in his interview. They obviously talked about they could do things a lot better, and look, does it really matter? If they were to tell me, hey, we got Daigo to come over and test it, okay. What's wrong with that? What am I going to say? How dare you bring someone over and try to make this game? No. Why? Why not? There was no secret. When 16-bit started working there, everyone knows that already, so I might as well, but that's good. That's really good to have a lot of these tournaments, to have some of these guys who actually understand whatever. So I don't see what the big deal is, and I just think people should stop talking about it and definitely leave people like myself alone because these are nasty rumors, and I don't really appreciate it when I'm sitting here with my family and I have a lot of family issues that I'm dealing with. And, it's just not funny to me. So, and Test Your Might, thanks for allowing assholes like Crimson Shadow to be the headhunter. So that's all I got to say, Jimmy.
All right, man.
All right, thanks for having me on, brother. OBS, the best, man. Thanks.
All right,
Peace,
man.
All right, Tom.
Later, man.
So, all right, guys. So, once again, this whole, and he's right. I see the witch hunt shit. It's got to stop. Who gives a fuck who tested the game? Whoever tested the game for like what, a week, a half a week, whatever the hell it is. It shouldn't remove them from being able to compete. Everybody's gonna have plenty of time. Derptile, I'm sorry. I know I was gonna ask what animal he likes, but I couldn't get to that. Yes, Paco, you can answer something about the witch hunt. When's Triforce? Triforce is at the beach right now. But now what I'm going to do is I am going to take a quick commercial, and when I come back, I am going to bring in the Beast.
My tag's K-Frog, and I'm a competitive gamer. Mortal Kombat's my game, mainly because I'm terrible at Japanese fighting games, but I still go to pretty much all the fighting game tournaments in Toronto, and I've competed at some of North America's largest major fighting game tournaments as well, like Evolution in Las Vegas and some of the Major League Gaming tournaments. I've held casual gaming sessions every month at my place to help local players level up and train for the past year, and I sometimes house gamers when they come from out of town for a tournament. The long and the short of it is, I'm very familiar with and very connected to the fighting game community. I've always been especially struck by the level of analysis and effort that some players put into mastering their games and with everything that goes on inside and outside of tournaments. I'm pretty sure the majority of people have absolutely no idea how far competitive gamers go to become top players in their games and about the level of devotion and skill that's involved in the process. So I decided to do this project. The goal? Present the range of experiences by talking to both casual and competitive fighting game players, as well as sharing my own experiences. In order to do this properly, I need to get to New York City and California to conduct some key interviews with a few of North America's top fighting game players. I'll then be providing exclusive in-depth coverage of one of Canada's largest major fighting game tournaments, T13, which many of these players will be attending. So I invite you to join me as I attempt to define the premise of the game.
That's the one thing. That was crazy. That was crazy.
My skills are unparalleled.
Yo, running a commercial quick.
Is my mic okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yep, you're fine. You're actually better than
Okay,
you always
we're good.
All right,
We're good,
back.
James.
Okay. Okay, so, needless to say, guys, a couple of weeks ago, Pig the Hut had a match with our man Digimon for, I guess, a loser wears the other player's shirt match. So with that, I bring you the infamous Webster Snow, Digimon. What's up, sir?
Hello, everyone in the Mortal Kombat community.
What's up, Digi?
Hello, DarKNaTaS. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir.
Good. Very good. Today I bring to you peace and harmony.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, well, I don't want peace and harmony.
He bringing peace and harmony, and I'm bringing apple cider.
Yes,
I want some reckoning.
I have realized the error of my ways. I am not the player I thought I was. So I bring you peace. I'm just here to just cut all ties with my former self and become a new person in the Mortal Kombat community.
I hope this new person's a dick.
No. More like
Come on, what the fuck, man? You sound like a pussy right now. What the hell?
Come on, man! I'm trying to do this. Fuck.
Let him humble himself.
All right, go humble yourself.
You fucking be fucking trolling when you are insisting that I become the person I know I am. Fuck this game. Are you fucking serious? Like, what the fuck, dude? I lost to Pig. Dude, Pig is fucking good, dude. I haven't played this garbage in so fucking long, dude. For me to, I mean, I did that out of boredom, for Christ's sake. And then I received this dumbass fucking thread and all these people shitting down my fucking throat. What the? Who are these fucking people? These are Mortal Kombat players. They don't play nothing else. No, okay, that's not true. I'm kidding there. But I don't know. This fucking post here by this Lexic, whoever the fuck this guy is like, he's like, Digi like post videos of him playing Kung Lao and making fun of people in the Mortal Kombat community. I don't even play that character, and I haven't made no videos like that. That shit just infuriated me when I seen that and other people like falsifying my fucking name. Like,
I mean,
Like-
let me ask you this. Now, and this is something that I hit on with you. I remember way back about 2 years ago. You know, when a young Webster was running around hitting up tournaments and actually doing online tournaments, the Shinak challenges, and giving money away so other people can go to
Nobody
tournaments.
remembers that shit, James. All they remember is how I act now. They don't give a fuck or remember about any of the shit I used to do for this community because they want me to continue to suck their fucking dick and kiss their ass and basically be a TYM member. And that's not the way I am. I tell you the way I feel, the way it is, and you know that's bullshit. I read everything Joker said in this thread, and everything he said in that thread was absolutely fucking true. And anyone who said that I fucking play this game every fucking day, you know, behind the fucking scenes, I like the brand of Mortal Kombat, but this game is garbage. It's bullshit, and I do not want to have to play Injustice to have the injustice fixed that was in Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat. I don't like faggot ass DC characters with little ass capes and shit. I want to play Shiva and a balanced Shiva in a balanced fucking game, and I'm not gonna get that because I have to go circle jerk with Solomon Grundy. What the fuck? I don't want to do that.
Solomon Grundy's kind of, sort of like a Shiva in a...
I'm playing Lex. Fuck that. If I play this garbage, I'm playing Lex because Lex is a motherfucking boss. And that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. But if I even like this guy, I don't even think I'm gonna like Injustice because NRS can't do shit right. They always make shitty ass games every game, 20 years, garbage. Glitches up the fucking ass. Just look, guys, hit up Hadara from Namco, bring him into your fucking studio, and impress me. Okay? Can you do that?
But Tekken's garbage.
Hey, you with the big head.
I'm sorry, bro. When you got Snoop Dogg in the background fucking singing, the game's fucking trash, bro. I'm sorry.
Tekken is godlike, dude. That game is so balanced.
Nah. See, I gotta go against you, bro. I'm sorry. Tekken is ass, dude. I don't fuck with Tekken. Tekken is boring.
Nah.
You know, when they start doing projectiles or something, I find more interesting. But it's ass, bro. I'm sorry.
Play Throger. He breathes fire and he flies and he has like mix-ups and shit. Come on, man. You got this.
I like kangaroos, man.
Thank you, Paco. I agree with you on your comment there, man.
Paco say, if Paco doesn't say I'm going to fix Shiva and the balance of MK9, I don't give a fuck what he says. To tell you the truth, but no, you know what? I'll tell you what. There are a lot of people that don't like Tekken. They say it's boring. They don't like it because the game is super balanced, and I guess that's boring. A balanced game is boring. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, you know that. I mean, I'm not the type of person that if you shit on my game, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you're such a bad person. No, I don't give a fuck what you think. If you think Tekken is bad, fuck it, don't play. But me, you know, when I go to every fucking stream chat and every fucking forum and every fucking time and say that this game is ass, which it is. You know, then everyone's like, "You don't do that, Digi, because that's not right. You're not a good community member. You should kiss our ass and agree with us and play the game that we like, because you should." I'm like, come on, man. Then how the fuck how is anything gonna get changed if someone like me isn't constantly running their mouth demanding it?
Yeah, but it's not gonna change, dude. You got to know that.
I know.
There's no new update for MK coming out. They just got to do it in Injustice.
I know that's bullshit. Like I said, I want a better MK game. I don't want to have to play Injustice. I don't have to spend Well, I'm not spending $6, but I don't want someone to spend $6 on me so I can have Injustice just to get my fixes. That's not what I'm looking for. And I really wish more of the MK community could go that route. Instead of saying, well, we're NRS and we cannot fix this game because it's not within our power. So we're going to change everything in a different brand of a game, which is called Injustice. Yeah, that's it.
Just for the record, Derptile, my favorite animal is a wolf. And Webster, what's your favorite animal?
Elephant, because the elephant got the longest dick.
What? What the fuck? Did he just really say that?
Why wouldn't I want an elephant that represents me? Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
Guys, the homeboy Tyson, that was me, you know.
Oh, my God.
I was homeboy Tyson. I don't know who the fuck thought that. Whoever fucking thought that when I said I'm homeboy Tyson, you're a fucking moron. But anyway, This thread, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I will tell you this. I will be honest here. You know, I do kind of like Mortal Kombat. If I didn't, I wouldn't have bought it 4 times. I don't regret anything I've done for the community, even though I've said that before. But it's out of salt. I mean, I'm very grateful that I met the people that I met in the MK community, and I'm very happy that I was able to run EVO, basically, and run other tournaments that I did, you know, running brackets and helping the head tournament organizers. And there are a lot of things I do actually like about MK9. I mean, it's a beautiful game. It looks really nice. But the game doesn't really play like I want it to. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a Tekken native player. That's kind of where my roots are in the fighting game community. And I just want a fighting game that makes sense to me. And I don't, you know, me being a fighting game community member for so long, I feel that, I mean, I have enough credibility to know what I think is acceptable fighting game or not, and there's just a few things in MK that are big things that just, you know, that just fucking suck. I hate it. I mean, it makes me so fucking salty, and that's why I haven't really been playing MK seriously since fucking, I want to say a few months before Power Up, and that was years ago. The last Power Up, and that was a long time ago. So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
You know what? When's Marvel?
Marvel is too hard. I play Marvel at a high level. The game is really good. I mean, I just can't.
Now, wait, what is this thread you're talking about? I have no idea about.
There's been a Digimon hate thread that's been floating around for I don't know how long.
Where?
On Test Your Might.
Oh, no wonder. That's why I don't hardly ever go there no more.
Well, I mean, it's you know, and it's sad because, like I said, you know, a lot of the people that are in the chat now and they're breaking your balls and they're saying this, you know, I remember when you were dedicated to the game.
Right.
You know, now of course I've told you already, you know, you're like Digimon 3.0 and you skipped 2.0, which was the oh shit, which was the more calmer approach of reasonings why you didn't like the game. I don't remember seeing that. I remember you from loving the game to kicking a stop sign, punching a stop sign in a parking lot in Ohio, saying this game is ass, and you've never changed since. So I mean, people are seeing that side of you, and they're going, "Who the fuck is this guy? Why is he, you know, why is he bashing the game so much?" But I mean, there's legitimate, you know, gripes that you have with the game. I mean, the game's not perfect, but you know, like I said, what game is? And I know
I hate that excuse.
But it's the truth. The closest to a perfect game, in my opinion, and I told you this, is Virtua Fighter.
I agree. Except I can't break throws in that game. But anyway, yeah.
Except what?
That game is ass also.
I say, except I cannot break throws in that game on reaction. It pisses me off. But anyway.
And why are you saying it's ass, DarKNaTaS?
Because I just hate Virtua Fighter.
Damn.
So basically you hate 3D games.
No, I you know what? I found some of the 3D Mortal Kombat games pretty decent. Actually, only one. I found Deception decent. The rest of them I found to be ass.
I heard a lot of people say that. A lot of people.
Yeah, Deception was probably the best one out of all of them.
Is that the one with create a character?
Well, no, all of them did.
No, create a character.
Did Deception have that? I can't remember.
No.
I didn't.
No. Deception had epic chess and epic, what the fuck was it? Epic chess and epic Tetris. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I mean, the one thing, you know, and, you know, only advice I can give anybody is when something's working, don't touch it. I understand that, you know, that the one thing about, you know, Midway/NRS is they like to always bring something new to the table. So every time you get a new version, it's something in the game that is above and beyond what the one previous to it is. But I didn't give a fuck about chess. I didn't give a shit about Tetris. I didn't buy it for those two reasons. And now that's my opinion. You know, and honestly, even like things like the Crypt in MK9, you know,
what in the hell is that sound?
You know, even the amount of work that went into it, to actually design it and everything. I could have did without it. You know, I miss the days of finding shit because you found it, not because you paid a couple of coins for it. But unfortunately, in this day and age,
Yeah, I actually missed that too.
you know, in this day and age, it's not a possibility because, you know, when a company releases a game, it's got to go through an approval process through Microsoft and Sony or whatever systems, and you got to give them everything. And then there's some fucking hot pocket nigga motherfucker sitting in a room that gets the fucking game. He plays it. He gets the list of everything handed to him. So he knows everything, every fatality, every breaker, every hidden character from day one. And some magazine will turn around to him and say, you know, hey, I'll give you $5,000 if you give me some info. Why do you think, like, even in Injustice, you know, the achievements leaked right away? You know, it's because there's these people that, you know, they're going to leak it. And basically the developers' hands are tied. You know, I guess, you know, I mean, if I was Sony and these guys, I can see their point as well, for the simple fact that, you know, they don't want nudalities to magically appear in the game, you know, or sexualities or anything else that they can come off on the top of their head, you know. So it's all right, let me put Jugs on here, but you're gonna have to shut your mouth and wait. So what's that saying? Shut your mouth and know your role.
Well, actually, right before he starts speaking, we got a question over here from somebody.
Okay, go ahead.
From Konnichiwa Deathstrike. James, well, I guess it's to you. How long do you plan on running the show for? Why did you come back to the scene, and what inspires you to motivate you to run OBS?
The reason I came back to the scene, in all honesty, was to beat somebody up. But I had since patched that. You know, I held on to that anger. I'm one of those people that let the anger all bottle up inside you. But you know, once being that person that patched things up, I played MK9 a little bit, and I said, you know, no, it wasn't Red Saline. But once it got to the point where I went to ECT and wound up meeting up with Long Island Joe, who, you know, used to hang out in the arcade where we were when he was 10 years old. You know, we talked, we chatted, we bullshitted. I wound up meeting up with Tom Brady, who was somebody else that I knew from back in the day. What also had kept me out of the scene was incarceration. Why does it look whiter? It's because I don't got no hairspray or gel in it.
Okay, so how long do you plan on running for the show for, and what motivates you to run OBS?
The motivation to run OBS is the fact that, you know, being that I had left the fighting game community for 10 years, and when I come back, they didn't move forward at all. Nothing has been developed since 10 years. It's the same community, the same drama, the same bullshit, the same egos, and I just felt like the community, the main people of the community didn't have any type of outlet of a voice. So I figured this is a good way for, you know, I don't care if you play, like I said, I'm going to have the anime guys coming on in a little bit. I don't care what game you play, but you should be allowed to have a voice. This isn't Justin Wong and Ricky Ortiz and PR Balrog and Dominion and Triforce. This ain't their world. This is your guys' world to do with what you want.
Did you just say enema?
No.
And James, how long do you plan on running for the show for?
Well, let's see. I'm 43 right now. I'm probably looking to go about 70. As long as I can pick up a fucking controller and be competitive, then I'll keep going.
Jesus.
No, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the show.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, if I could pick up a controller, I could pick up a mic. You know.
I would say until pretty much we decide we don't feel like doing the show no more.
No, you know what? It's grown to the point now. You know, I mean, I like to be able to say, you know, 100 OBS members, including Mr. Webster over here. You know, to have players that want to represent OBS in 6 out of the 7 continents, I'm sorry, it gives me wood. I don't expect anybody from Antarctica, so I got everywhere else covered. I got OBS players all over. And, the whole OBS team thing, it's shown like I showed you earlier with that picture of the Florida guys. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. There's a group of 7 or 8 guys and his son, and they all go to the tournament and they have fun. Cabal is broken. If you're from Antarctica, I'm putting you in OBS. I'll get all 7 continents. But, I'll keep going until I can't go no more. I don't know. Oh, yes. Here, let me show. This is what OBS is about. When you see something like that, here's his son. Here's a group of guys, all diverse in their own ways.
All OBS.
Are all OBS, and they're going down the final round to rep. And that's exactly what it's about. It's not a group of elitist people that go around saying they're the best. I got a guy that'll go 0-2. I got a guy that might make it into finals.
We got a guy. No, we got a guy who wins like 3 tournaments in a row. That's what we got.
Well, but the point is, we got guys from both sides of it. It's not about picking. Limbo Dog, yeah, you could join OBS. It's not about, but you don't get no dibs on my wife. It's not about, the guys who place the top. Too many teams stress like, well, this player's a top player. I don't give a shit if you're a top player. If like I said, the 3 rules: don't rage quit, don't hate mail, and just try to do your best. Boom, that's it. That's not hard to do. But with that said, let me, I hope I answered what you wanted. Mr. Jugs, what's up, sir?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I just wanted to come on real quick to address some of the things that Brady was saying in regards to TYM.
All right, shoot.
I just don't understand why people think that Extra Might should show special treatment to top players. Like I don't really understand what these top players expect. Like, do they want to, no one is above the law. I mean, I know that sounds kind of corny, but I mean, we have site rules. I mean, and everyone has to follow them. Just because you're a top player doesn't mean, you're invulnerable to these rules. So other than that, I don't know what Brady was talking about when he says Test Your Mind needs to, show special treatment to the top players. Like, do you guys know what he was talking about?
No. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but there is bias that goes on this side. I mean, like I said, Rio gets banned. Rio gets banned for a half hour.
And we have our own issues also with them.
What'd you say?
I said we have our own issues with them also.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, I was told that I should feel some kind of sense of, I guess, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say honor, but some kind of thing, some kind of, gesture of wow, thanks, Test Your Mind, for helping me get my show off. You didn't do shit.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
And that's, and that's where I go, if anything, the show was born out of the same censorship that a lot of people were bitching about. Now, like I said, I'd rather let, everybody likes to use the analogy, well, you can't do what, if you go into somebody else's house, you can't do what you want. But, like I said, this ain't a house. It's a fucking website.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's rules on the website that everyone is supposed to follow.
But that doesn't happen when the moderators decide, well, this is, for example, I'm sure you saw the post that went up this morning.
Which one?
The one from Leak of the Hut.
No.
It was basically going through a whole bunch of stuff about what happened with testing and this and that. It was closed in less than a half a minute. No, it didn't.
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
I actually screen grabbed it because when I saw it, I went, "Oh fuck!" But you know, yeah, somebody just posted a thread that.
No, that's not the original thread.
Oh, it's not the original.
There was another thread.
But the point is, it was closed in 5 minutes, you know, and it didn't break no rules. But
What was it about?
it was about basically it was listing the players that supposedly tested the game, and I guess things that had gone on while testing was going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I had no idea about that.
yeah, and then it was gone in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think 5 people posted, like, oh shit, what the fuck, and then poof, it was gone. And that was at, like, I don't know, like 9, 10 o'clock this morning. And then once that happened,
MKU had the same situation.
MKU had it, and he wound up taking it down. Because I
Same.
told him at that point, I don't want people's names and basically the MK community to look like assholes in the eyes of NRS.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it didn't break any rule.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like a lot of the mods on any website. I mean, there is the rules on the site, but there's also your own discretion. And when it comes to stuff like calling out people who tested the game, I mean, those guys signed NDAs, right? And to just to leave that out in the open, I mean, a lot of the I don't know if I should say that, but some people have certain contacts on the staff, and when we're told to do something, we do it. But in regards to the NDAs and stuff, I mean, I don't understand why we should leave that out in the open when NRS hasn't officially made all those names known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's
Hold on 1 second.
It takes common sense.
Did you just say that some of you folks have certain contacts and that when we're told to do something, we do it? Who exactly are these? Maybe you can't tell us exactly who these contacts are, but why would they be anybody outside of the team?
I phrased that wrong, but when we get messages from... Anyway, listen, main point is that... Hold on.
Wait a minute, I don't know about them. Anyway, I think you just said something that needs to not go, under the water here. You pretty much just said you get contacts outside TYM. When we're told to do something, we do it. Who are these people you're talking about outside of TYM?
Hello?
Oh boy.
We hear you.
We hear you.
I hear you. I just heard you, and I want you to answer my question.
Breaking up.
You just said a little bit too much.
Well, I know Jugs uses a Bluetooth mic. Maybe he's having a problem with it.
Yeah.
Nah, I think. See, here's the thing. I used to be staff, and I know for a fact that they get a lot of shit from NRS all the time. Like they tell them what to do. They give them suggestions and all that bullshit. And in my opinion, TYM staff, except for like maybe 2 people, are some of the most fucking ratchet people that I've ever worked with or been a part of in my entire fucking life.
Hold on, Digimon. Going through tunnel. Might lose you, Digimon.
What?
I might going through tunnel, so I might. Digi. Man, hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Digi, man.
I'm being trolled.
We're going through a tunnel, man. I can't hear you.
You guys can't hear me.
No, I hear you fine.
Then where the fuck did Jugs go?
I don't know.
I think I was on this man.
Jugs, you
Wait,
there?
you just said something.
Hello?
Going through a tunnel. Can't hear you.
Jugs bounced.
Dude, I've been talking for like 5 minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
why are they talking over me? What the fuck?
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right, simple.
All right, so what we're saying?
All right.
Okay. Can everyone hear
Yes, we hear you. Check, mic check, mic check. Let's go.
you? So yeah, basically, yeah, Jugs, I just want you to reiterate what you just said, and I want you to comment on exactly what you mean about when we're told we have contacts outside of TYM, and when we're told to do something, we do it. Who are these contacts? What are you talking about? Or this is
No,
not.
I'm saying, okay, you know that thread that Pig made about the people who tested the game or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying all those people signed an NDA, right?
Yeah, and he fucked up. Pig fucked up. He did some shit he shouldn't have done. So yeah.
Yeah, so as a moderator, you know, like I was saying, we need to use our own personal discretion. And if we feel that stuff shouldn't be in the public yet, because NRS hasn't officially released who the testers were.
So is Pig going to get banned? Are you going to ban him?
Yo, guys, what's up?
What's up, man?
I mean, I got banned for just stating my opinion. So when he breaks NRS contract, he doesn't get banned for that?
When were you banned?
Come on, man.
No, I'm saying when. Like, I know you were banned. I just don't remember when.
Shit, I don't remember why. I never got a specific reason why I was banned. They just say, "Oh, it's Digi. He talks too much. Get him out here." And that's pretty much what happened.
I think I saw a post about that. It was something to the effect, "You're big, you're black, and you're whack." So that was why they banned you. I don't know, man.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I just, you know, I mean, if you guys can't ban Pig for like completely disrespecting a company he's supposed to test for, you know, he is the savior of the Mortal Kombat community. He beats Big Bad Digi Shiva, who doesn't even play the shit, and everyone calls him the Holy Grail of Mortal Kombat. But when he fucks up NRS's shit and he puts shit on TYM that's completely illegal or wrong, he doesn't get banned, but I get banned for my opinion.
Well, all I can say about that is that I wasn't on I have no idea about that thread.
I want to be an admin. Those are my demands.
But who else is on the call right now?
I am. It's Phil. What's going on, Tyler? How are you?
Hey.
Digi, what's up? Good to talk to you. Long time
you
now.
don't even like me. Oh, no, that's Phil.
Oh,
That's
me?
Phil.
Really?
No.
Really?
I thought different Phil. I thought you were like Kill Phil or something. That guy doesn't fucking like me.
Kill Phil.
Really? I was gonna say, when have I ever had anything against you?
You are the fucking best.
All right.
The people in the MK community I respect so much, dude. You and Dark Rob.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure Rob appreciates that as well. Let me just clarify a couple of things here, okay? First of all, there are a lot of Mortal Kombat websites that all get media from different outlets, which I'm sure one of them is NRS, because I'm not an admin, so I don't actually get those directly. But let's be completely clear here.
Yo, put that bird in the microwave for like a minute.
Yeah, right. my birds are trying to get in on the conversation. What can I tell you?
Oh my god.
But seriously, these sites they get media from different outlets. One of which I'm sure is NRS. And as I said, I'm not an admin, so I don't get it directly. But let's be totally clear here. If something goes up on one of these sites that NRS or any fan site that is monitored by a company, that company says to you, take that down, or we're not giving you any more media, you take it down. Because you still want to be on top of things on your site. So nobody should get on us or MKU or TRMK or MKO or anybody for doing something that they're specifically asked to do. If they're threatened with something such as, hey, we're not going to give you any more info if you're going to let stuff like this go. Now, with regards to that thread, Tester might, MKU, any of them, I don't care which one of them, okay? You just simply do not potentially risk somebody's job. You don't.
It's called common sense.
Whether it broke rules or not, it's called moderating with common sense.
Yep, that's what I did.
Exactly. Okay, Natus, you're a moderator over on MKU. Fellow Illuminati, might I add.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just get that out there. No more calling me Illuminati. You are too. Anyway. I've been busting his balls about that for 2 weeks already. Anyway, yeah, my
Phil is Birdsong.
Yes, that's me. I'm by the way.
Oh shit.
Wow. By the way, you do know that name references something in NCIS, right?
Really?
Yeah. Look it up. There's an episode where somebody is killed and they write the name Birdsong in blood, and it's found by Gibbs in the show. Anyway,
move along.
Moving along, yeah. But yeah, it's called moderating with common sense. See, I'm a softball umpire, as a lot of you guys do know, and you're supposed to umpire with common sense as well. When I'm umpiring a game, and I'm the only umpire on the field, I can't have my eyes absolutely everywhere at absolutely every time. So let's say if any of you know, I'm praying that you guys know what tagging up. Jimmy, I know you know what tagging up is. So let's assume that there's a man on first base with less than 2 outs, and a batter hits the ball to deep left field, and I'm watching the ball in deep left field get caught. I can't be watching the runner on first base to make sure that he's touching the bag as the ball is caught. I need to make sure that the ball is caught first so that I can declare the batter runner out, and then make sure that the runner going to second base is going to be out or safe on the throw to second base. The problem is that if the team on the field says, he didn't leave, he left first base early, well, there's no possible way that I can know that. So the only thing that I can say is, guys, I got the runner in left field out. I got the runner at first base leaving on time. The call at the second base is whatever it is, out or safe. That's called umpiring with common sense. That's making the right call with the best information that I can possibly have at the given time. Well, you know what? The information that we had at the time was that somebody could lose their job, somebody could get in trouble, somebody might have broken a contract by saying something they said, let's get these names off the form, period, end of paragraph, over and done with, job done. Job done the right way. And if anybody has a problem with that, you don't have to stay on Test Your Mind anymore. You can go to other sites.
I announced my disallegiance to them today.
I said a number of different times, and in the thread on Test Your Mind, I don't mind being the bad guy, so I'm going to moderate the way I know how to moderate, and that's just as simple as that. So, it's really simple. If people want to call me Illuminati, I can ban them. Then they can call me Illuminati all they want. But no, I'm joking. See, Nate is no, but seriously, I'm joking, of course. But the point is that you moderate with common sense, and that doesn't always mean sticking to the rules 100%. If the rules don't cover something, such as naming names like that, then you've got to take that and say, well, this is common sense. We're not in the business of getting other people in trouble. So that's why that thread like that has to be taken down. It's just as simple as that. And Digi, by the way, because of that exact reason, somebody like Pig, if he let's say, because I don't know if he was the leak, but let's